Day 4 TDR. Not the best day for me. Not because of being on plan, but because everything that could go wrong has gone wrong today. I've been waiting in for a engineer to fix a leaking radiator, and they just haven't turned up, and I've spent an hour trying to track down what's happened to them and numbers saying offices are shut. No joke. And yeah. Oh, and the tumble dryer's broke, so we've got wet clothes everywhere. Yay! And actually, this is relevant to today's video because, oh my God, I fancy a cup of tea right now just to help me calm down a little bit. Just have a rest from it all and breathe. And I don't have sugar in my tea. I have a bit of oat milk, but can't do that on TDR, and I'm itching to have one. But instead, the thing that I love about this whole program is that because there is such structure and rigor, at the times when we would eat off plan, not that there's anything wrong with a cup of tea, of course, but the cup of tea could lead to, because you're so fed up, and that sort of emotional eating that kicks in could lead to a biscuit, and then could lead to you standing in front of the fridge with the fridge door open trying to find some grapes, and then it leads to the cheese, and well, it does with me anyway. So what this does is it flags up the times when you are wanting to eat when it's not for food, when it's not for to satiate hunger, and when it's not for the nutrients, and it allows you then to do something about that, to flag up, okay, this is a time when I would be eating more than I need to. Now I know today's a really unusual day for me, and these sorts of irritating things don't happen regularly. If it was something that was regularly happening that was causing me to be constantly, it might be a certain time of day where I'm constantly desperate for a cup of tea or whatever it is, a piece of chocolate. It might be someone I'm with, God forbid. It might be a certain situation that I'm regularly in. That then allows me to really see that, okay, this is triggering something in me, which is usually leading to some form of habitual eating. And that allows me then to and I've got two ways to go here. I can either do something about that situation. Now, today there is nothing I can do about an engineer not turning up. And other than trying to track down and find a tumble dryer that's in stock, and goodness, that's hard at the moment because there's a microchip shortage, so there is a white goods shortage all round. But anyway, I'm not going to get myself all riled up again. But there isn't anything I can do about the microchip shortage and the fact that the engineer hasn't turned up. So I have to manage, all I can do is manage how I manage the feeling inside of me of that irritation and frustration. And so what I've done is I've sat down with my knitting to try and calm myself down. Hasn't really worked, I have to say, but then that's because I've dropped a few stitches, so I've just been getting really frustrated about that as well. Really not a good day, is it? So my next plan is I'm heading out into the garden. I'm just going to do a bit of deadheading. Going out into my garden is my place of peace and refuge, and I always feel calmer after doing that. So you either have to do something about the situation. If there's nothing you can do about it, then you have to look at what you do yourself, how you cope with this. I'm not going to swear, but the stuff that life throws at us, which will, when we're larger, when we're healthy BMI, when we're slim, that stuff's going to be there irrespective, and that's just life, isn't it? And so we have to learn how to manage those situations. I call it building my toolkit of resilience, or my toolkit of coping with life. And today I really need to dip into that toolkit. And sometimes something works, like my knitting just didn't work today. Sometimes it doesn't. And so you just keep dipping in and dipping in and dipping in. There is no food in that toolkit. No food at all. No drink. And that's a good thing because it teaches us how to manage life without turning to the food. And that is one of the things that's so brilliant about this plan.